Welcome to Go Southern Alberta. My name is Leanne Evans, and today we are at the Medicine Hat Arena, and I'm going skating. Haven't done it in about 15 years, but hey, I got my skates, and yep, I'm gonna give it a try. So today we're talking to Ray and Dave with the Get Active program. Ray is a teacher at St. Louis School, so he's gonna be telling us about how it's benefiting the students, and Dave is an instructor, and he's gonna be telling us all about how he is teaching the students to improve their skating skills. So we have that and much more coming up on Go Southern Alberta. I'm gonna head inside and get ready, so let's take a look at what's coming up.
We give them the opportunity to write on their bag, decorate it, with some sort of a message about drinking and driving, calling a taxi, say Christmas wishes, whatever they like.
Keeps hiding from us. He hides everywhere.
So it's important to take advantage of some of the activities that we have in this great country. So doing things like going skating, skiing, we can also go outside, and shoveling your walkway is a good way to be active as well.
Well, welcome back to Go Southern Alberta, and as I mentioned earlier, we are at the Medicine Hat Arena, and I am talking to Ray about the Get Active program with the St. Louis School. Thanks
Correct.
for joining me.
Welcome, glad to be here.
All right, so today these students are skating. Now, why do you think it's so important to have our students out, active during the day?
Well, the activity that the students are getting, whether it's skating or yoga or any of the other things that Get Active program does for us, it just gives them the energy release that they need. And you'll be able to see when they're out on the ice the excitement that they have. It energizes them, believe it or not. It's not tiring. It actually energizes them and gets them ready to go for when we get back to school and earlier in the day where they're all excited to be coming out to do more skating. So it's positive on both sides.
All right, now this is the second year that the St. Louis School has been involved with the Get Active program. So what is the outcome that you've noticed in the students being able to do some activity during the day?
The students are a lot more, their skill set has developed significantly, especially in the skating. We've had students that can barely stand at the beginning of the program, and by the end, they're very, very comfortable. They don't need anything. They're not holding on to boards or the coats of their friends or anything else. It just develops their skill set, and that confidence carries forward into math and language, where we say, if you can, I can do this, instead of I can't do it, so I don't want to try. They know that if they try, it's going to succeed, whether it's with their sports or with their academics as well. Yeah.
So it's a win-win all around.
It's a win-win all around. They have a lot of fun. We enjoy watching them progress, and it's beneficial in the classroom as well, for sure.
All right, so it's not just skating that the students are doing. There's a lot of programs throughout the year. What are some of the other activities that the students get to participate in?
Well, coming up later when the weather's a bit nicer, we're doing running, swimming. We end up with a triathlon at the end in May. They've done some karate. We do wall climbing at the YMCA. They've learned a new game called Gaga Ball, which again was through the YMCA. And they've used the tennis courts here in the area when in September it was a little bit nicer, a little bit warmer out. We're just basically all kinds of different physical activities, things that typically don't happen at school. So not a whole lot of volleyball or basketball, other items outside the school that we just don't have the ability to deliver without the assistance of the program.
So you've been able to watch the students skate throughout the program. Have you noticed, some improvement?
Oh, very definite improvement, yes. As I said, students that were afraid to even walk across the ice are now, with the assistance of the skating coaches here, just doing wonderful things, moving along smoothly, attacking teachers. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, so much fun, eh?
Oh, yes, indeed, yes. It's harder to get away now. To escape. So, but they have fun, and they're just much smoother, much more comfortable, much more confident on their skates, for sure.
Well, that's what we like to hear.
Exactly, yes. They're just, and the smiles on their face when they come off knowing that, I didn't fall at all, Mr. Hogan, look. And they have to show me that they can turn, they can stop. It's just wonderful to see the look in their eyes, and they're so happy that they can suddenly do what they didn't think they could.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Now, I'm going to go out on the ice a little bit later on in the show, and I'm going to try some skating. I haven't been on skates in probably over 15 years, so I'm also going to be talking to Dave. He is the instructor for the skating. So stay tuned. We have lots more coming up on Go Southern Alberta, but first let's take a look at what we have coming up.
Fantastic opportunity for our students to see people with disabilities, but really not so much about people with disabilities, but what they're able to do.
Well, welcome back to the show. I am standing here with Dave. He is the skating instructor for the Cypress School of Skating. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Now we are out on the ice, and behind us is the St. Louis School, and you've had them now for 2 years, teaching them how to skate. What are some of the fundamentals that you teach them out here?
Well, yeah, we did about 8 classes last year, and this is our 4th this year with this particular group. And we work on balance, agility, and control. So all the basics of learning to skate. And we started with kind of a big free-for-all, and now we've got some structure, we've got some circuits, so we've been able to build a good solid foundation, and it's amazing how quickly the skills have come.
Yeah. So what are some of the improvements that you've seen in the students?
Confidence. We used to have kids standing holding onto the board. Some wouldn't even get on the ice. Most wanted the pushers. And now if you take a look at it, everybody's moving, and it's incredible. So at this particular age, when you teach good physical literacy and they build on things so quickly, the improvements you can see them happen before your eyes. Sometimes us as adults, we go, uh-oh, I know that if I fall, I can't go to work tomorrow. Where these guys fall, get up, and they fall, they get up, and the learning just happens so much faster. So.
Now, are you seeing anything else, teamwork within the students, a benefit to the students as well?
Yeah, well, I think with this particular school, they're so respectful of each other, and not necessarily the skaters on the ice are the excelling students perhaps or great at all sports, but I see them reach out to help. So sometimes we'll have a little boy or a little girl who's perhaps struggling, and some of our faster kids will slow down and lend a hand or help someone stand up. So the actual team environment for us is just fantastic. And then us as coaches, because the teachers come out and help as well. So we're still building on that family feeling they're getting in the classroom out here on the ice.
So how long do you actually get with these students?
An hour and a half. So this will be, like I said, our 4th class. So 6 hours may sound like a lot of time, but when you're on the ice, starting from someone who's not quite comfortable, 6 hours goes by so fast. But they've been working together, and we've kind of structured it to build each week on whatever set of skills they just learned, and it's amazing. And then we always end with a fun drill. So last week, for instance, we played hockey and ringette. Today, I haven't told them we're going to play soccer, and we do a lot of exercises to get them distracted a little bit from what their feet are doing, and they're chasing the ball. They forget about those inhibitions they may have, and it's paid off.
So I have to ask, for maybe someone myself that hasn't been on skates in 15 years, what is something that I should keep in mind while I'm out here?
Well, I think instruction is really important. When as adults, when we're learning the basics, we can process things a little bit faster. So I would certainly sign myself up for some skating lessons. That's what I would suggest.
And I almost fell there.
I saw that. That would have made for good TV. Yeah.
So before I fall, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. We have lots more coming up on Go Southern Alberta. Well, that's pretty much what I can do here. What I learned at my day of skating. Thank you so much for tuning in to Go Southern Alberta, and thank you to Ray and Dave for telling us all about the Get Active program and what the students have learned out here on the rink. If you've missed anything that we have been covering, we are on Facebook at Shaw TV Medicine Hat, also on Twitter at Shaw TV The Hat. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. But hey, I got my skates and I'm gonna hit the ice. Hopefully not on my bum. Oh.